My whole life, I've always wanted to look aesthetic. Growing up, as many of you may know, I was always skinny fat. And while many people out there wanted to get massive, bulky physiques, my ultimate goal in the gym was to get lean. I wanted to get that nice aesthetic V-taper like the Hollywood actors, and most importantly, to finally achieve the abs. And so a few years passed and this is me now. Not satisfied in the slightest, but still very happy with the progress. You see, I know firsthand how hard it is to lower your body fat, all whilst trying to build up some muscle mass. And so today I want to share with you my top 6 secrets, which will help you do the same. So let's get into it. Alright, so I see absolutely no point in wasting any more time, so let's just hop into the first secret to lower body fat. And this is to walk 10,000 steps a day. Most people nowadays think that they need to go to the gym and do intense heavy cardio like twice a week. Run on the treadmill, like do this intense bicycling. This is garbage, bro. What you need to do is just get 10,000 steps in every single day. Most people don't realize this because this world is so it just involves a lot of sitting. We're constantly at our job, hunched over at school, just sitting down all day, bro, and then wondering why we're getting fat. The average human a few years ago, like 50 years ago, was so much leaner because they had to provide for their families. They had to go and walk for the water. They had to go and hunt animals and stuff. They're constantly moving around. If someone had a gun to my head and told me, get lean by summer, I'll ditch the heavy cardio and I'll just focus on getting my steps in. I'll start walking my dog. I'll start, taking hikes around places. I'll just walk more. If you ask any fitness influencer online, this is what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, start walking more, bro. The reason you're not losing belly fat is because you're just not active enough. You're just going to the gym once a week, doing a little bit of cardio, and then proceeding to eat garbage and then wondering why you're not losing any belly fat. This is why, bro. Get your steps in. I promise you, there's a bunch of different ways you can implement this in your lifestyle, and without noticing, you're going to be losing a lot of belly fat quickly. Alright, so moving on to tip number 2 for lower body fat, and this is to push back your first meal. In my opinion, this modern world has psyoped all of us to think that intermittent fasting and being a little bit hungry is a bad thing. Everyone these days eats breakfast like these crappy sugary breakfast, and then they wonder why they're not losing belly fat. You need to be a little bit hungry, man. Skip the first meal. You don't need to eat it. A lot of us actually wake up and we mix up dehydration with hunger. A lot of people are just dehydrated. I mean, when was the last time you woke up in the morning and just drank like a liter of water? Instead of eating your crappy sugary breakfast, skip them and just drink a lot of water or have some coffee or tea. This stuff actually stunts your hunger. When you're intermittent fasting, your belly fat will decrease really quickly because your body is using that belly fat for energy. A lot of people don't realize, but all that belly fat you have stored, it's like stored energy. Your body stores it, right? So when you're intermittent fasting, you're gonna be burning a lot of it, man. And you're still gonna feel energetic as long as you're hydrated. Back in the day, our ancestors, man, they used to hunt all day on an empty stomach. They would be running around trying to kill like some bull or some kangaroo or something. All day they would be running, hunting for the food on an empty stomach, man. Our body is designed to perform best when it's a little bit hungry. There's nothing wrong with that, man. So skip the first meal. It doesn't have to be a set time. You don't have to think, oh, 1 p.m. I have my first meal. No, just push it back as far as possible until you actually feel hungry. That's when you should have your first meal. Instead, just have some coffee in the morning or some yerba mate. These are drinks that can actually stunt your hunger. Have those and you're going to be perfectly fine, bro. You're going to burn belly fat much quicker. Alright, tip number 3 for a lower body fat, reduce liquid calories. I can't stress this tip enough because these days, so many people are just consuming so much calories through liquids and then complaining they're not losing belly fat. Let's say an average Coca-Cola has around 140 calories, right? That's equivalent to 2 whole eggs, man. That's equivalent to literally 2 eggs. What do you get with the Coke? A bunch of added sugar, a bunch of random preservatives. And what do you get with the eggs? A bunch of vitamins, a bunch of nutrients which are going to feed and nourish your body and help you lose belly fat. Obviously, the eggs are a better option. So if you're constantly drinking a bunch of sodas throughout the day, you're drinking a Starbucks Frappuccino with 9 different scoops of ice cream, you're consuming so much calories, man. Reduce it. Start drinking water, man. This is why your belly fat is not reducing, because you're drinking all this crap and you're not realizing, but it all adds up throughout the day. Eat whole foods and try and just drink water, man. Water is the #1 liquid for removing belly fat from your body. Ask any doctor, ask any professional, and this is what they're going to tell you. So reduce your liquid calories, man. Thank me later. I just wanted to mention this because this is one of the most important tips in this video. Moving on to tip number 4, eat more filling protein-rich foods. Have you noticed whenever you reach for a high-carb snack like Doritos, for example, a bag of Doritos, you keep on eating and eating and you just can't stop. You don't feel full and you proceed to binge eat. You start eating a bunch of chocolate, a bunch of sugary snacks. The reason why is because that food, it's not satiating. What do you think is going to be more satiating? A bag of Doritos or a small can of tuna? The tuna, man, it has less calories and it has a lot of protein, so it's going to fill you up. Same goes for steak, mince, chicken, eggs, all this stuff, man. It actually fills you up and it doesn't have that many calories. Whereas if you're eating a bunch of sugary snacks and cake and all this stuff, it's super high calorie, but it doesn't fill you up. If you're trying to lose belly fat, you need to reduce your calorie intake. So obviously, the best thing you can do is just replace carbs and sugar with protein, man. Protein is going to repair your muscles, it's going to make you feel better, and you're going to lose so much belly fat so much quicker. Alright, moving on to tip number 5, embrace hunger. Now, a lot of people, when they go on this weight loss journey, they start to adopt this terrible mindset of a loser. They start to think, oh, why me? Why me? This is so hard. This sucks. Think about it, man. Every single rep and repetition, every single time you skip junk food, you're literally delaying gratification. Your future self is thanking you. Picture yourself on the beach with your toned abs and your nice lean body with a girlfriend and kids. Kids who look up to you on your body and your health. Aren't you going to thank your younger self for making all of these sacrifices? Of course you will, man. So why adopt this loser thinking? Start to think positively, man. Start to think, every time I skip the Doritos, I'm literally increasing my quality of life in the future. I'm not going to have diabetes. I'm going to have better health. I'm going to feel better and more confident. This is a great mindset to adopt, man. And in my opinion, not enough fitness influencers talk about this. Everyone talks about things you can do, all these top 7 tips to lose belly fat in 5 minutes. This is garbage, bro. You need to adopt the mindset. This is going to be more sustainable, and it's going to make your weight loss journey a lot more smooth. So this is super important, man. Next time you reach for the Doritos, keep this in mind. Keep in mind how it's going to impact your future self. Start to think positively. Super important. Alright, moving on to the final 6 secrets to losing belly fat. Stay busy rather than being idle. Too many guys are just sitting at home playing PlayStation all day, reaching for food and consuming so much calories. You're not doing anything, bro. Of course you're reaching for the food. You're bored. You have nothing going on in your life. Obviously, you're going to resort to binge eating to try and fill that gap in your life. If you're a guy who's constantly hiking, he's on the move, he's doing something related to his purpose, he's busy, he's constantly busy talking to people, do you think he's going to be eating all day? Do you think he's going to be thinking all day, oh, I'm hungry, what food should I eat next? Of course not. He's not going to be ordering Uber Eats 50 times a day like you, bro. He's going to be actually doing stuff. He's going to be getting so caught away with his activities, he's not going to have time to think about food. So obviously he's going to lose so much more belly fat than you, bro, sitting at home with your freaking Doritos and jelly snakes. Obviously, man. So try and stay busy, man. Try and adopt the lifestyle of someone who's busy. Try and find your purpose. Find things you like doing. Study more. Work on your body, go to the gym more, run around more, do more chores around the house, help your parents out, do something good for society instead of being a lazy cunt and just sitting at home and doing nothing with your life. The number one reason most people nowadays are just binge eating is because they're just surrounded by too much food and they're so bored they just start consuming food out of boredom. So this is extremely important, man. Stay busy and you're going to lose belly fat so much quicker. But overall, man, I hope this video helped you out. If you want more information and stuff, join my Discord server. It's completely new, so we need more people in there so we can all support each other. If you have any more questions, ask them down below and I'll reply as fast as possible. So see you in the next video. Пока, брат.